Hello traders, this is Mike Billion. Today is March 10, 2015, and let's talk about the market. Let's start with the spider. Let's talk about also the Russells and the Dow Jones. Let's start with the spider. You can tell right here the inside candle. An inside candle is a candle that, like the name says, is inside last price action. So you can tell this candle is from last Friday and today is still inside the candle because it didn't take the low, but it didn't take the high. So it's gonna be very important for price to to hold the low of Friday. If you break down the low of Friday, which is 207.10, the spider is gonna be in trouble and probably is gonna go to the 50 simple moving average, which is 206, or probably is gonna go to the 200 level. So keep an eye on this level because it's going to be very important. But if the bulls take out the 5 simple moving average or the 20, then we can get a nice bounce back to the target, which is the top of the uptrend channel. Now let's talk about the iShares Russells, which is the IWM. Right here, an important level to watch in the iShares Russell is the 120.67. It was resistant back in March 2014. It was resisting in July, it was resisting in December until we finally break out, but it looks like it's retesting the breakout. Usually when you have a breakout, price sometimes or most of the times come back and retest that level. And many buyers buy at when the price retests the breakouts. Many buyers don't buy when it break out; they buy the retest. So that's very important because that's when you get huge moves. But if it doesn't hold, the 120 doesn't hold, this thing can easily break down really fast and furious to 107. So it's very risky to enter here. You can enter loan in here, but if you just be very disciplined. If you break down the 120, and get out, take your small loss, and get short to see if you can get to 107. So let's keep an eye on that one because we can get a nice trade right here. Also, we can get a nice support right here. If you get a line right like that, you can get a nice support right here to see if price break down the 120, to see if we can break down the 50 or this support right here. Now let's talk about the DIA, which is the Dow Jones. You can also tell there's a lot of resistance here. You break down the 180, it looks weaker than the Spider and the Russell. Eventually, it looks like it's holding the 50, but I think it's gonna go to the bottom, which is gonna be a nice position to enter long from here. Now let's talk about Apple. Apple, as you can see here, is holding the 125 level. Um, Today we got a crossover from the 5 to the 20, which is getting stronger to the bears, but the 125 level is the level that we need to watch. I saw a nice move when it went down and it break down the 125. There was a lot of buyers with good volume. DMI is still bullish and strong, and I think we can go here and bounce and go to 134, which is my target for these auctions. But my major target is 145 end of the year. So right here we have to be careful. 125 is the key level, um, and I think that price can easily move sideways here between the 21 double exponential and this level. So keep an eye on those two levels, the 121 double exponential and the 125 support, because we can enter again, or we can buy more Apple calls right here if we break out the 21 double exponential, and of course honor our stop if we break down the 125 level. Now let's talk about the other position we have. We have Facebook. It went up to this level, which is the major resistance. I talk about this level, the 82 level, and it fell. It fell, but still holding here. There's a huge battle right here in this area. Our stop loss is 79, but usually when it goes to the area, it finds a lot of buyers. So that's gonna be our stop loss. DMI is still bullish, but it's not strong. So I think it's just gonna keep moving sideways here until they finally break out the 82 level and go to the 90s. Now let's talk about BABA. BABA failed, and it was good that we closed our position in BABA because we have April and we closed those two profits, good profits, and we left the July's calls open, and those calls have a lot of time, so I'm not worried about it. I think it can probably go to the bottom and bounce again until it finds more buyers here. And you can tell here in DMI, you see, is very wide. It's not to the top again like it was here, but it can get to the top very easily if we can go to the bottom, and we can add April calls again if it goes to the bottom. I think it's just consolidating here before the big move. Usually do that. You fake out right here, you take out many people out, and then it usually bounce and move to the 90s very easily. So keep an eye on this one. I think we're gonna go to the 90s very soon, and we have July calls, so I'm not worried. Just keep those July calls open. Now uh, let's talk about Carrizo oil, the CRZO. You can see here this 50 simple moving average support. I think we're gonna bounce from here. If not, we're gonna test the top of the breakout, which is this was the breakout right here. But I can still hold in this position because I saw the volume today and the support at the 50, which it was support back in the beginning of the year. So we have a very tiny position on this one, so let's just hold it to see if we can get back to the 48, 44 Fibonacci level. And now let's talk about the last one. Let's talk about Visa. That's another position that we have that is still holding. It went up for 2 or 3 days. We could catch a 20-30% profits, but I'm looking for 50 or 100% profits. So let's hold it. You can see here it has a nice day, and it's like the spider. You can tell the inside candle. You see this candle is inside this big rank candle. So I'm looking to see if we can hold the bottom of this candle, which is around 169.25, but I think it can bounce easily from here and get to new highs. DMI is bullish and strong. Okay, traders, this is everything for today. Trade on.